Hello, guys. Welcome again. Thanks for joining us today. My name is Akinwale, and I'm here today to just discuss a few things about gratitude. Majorly, I'm discussing about gratitude for what I've experienced in life, and the power of picking yourself up. I've been grateful for what you have and what you can share with others for the sake of people being lifted, uplifting others in your journey and doing the best possible to make sure that you're not selfish with what you've received. We're giving it back out. So it's all about gratitude for a new beginning. Majority of us in life wants to do a lot of things for progress, uh, but to make progress, there's a whole lot that has to do with gratitude for what you've received first. And I look at my own journey in life, all about career, all about friendship, all about family. And majorly, I'm grateful. Grateful for what I've received. I'm grateful for what I have and for what my little experience in the journey of life. I'm privileged to be a bit experienced in the space sector, to have led a group of people in my little journey in the space sector, to have been the president of the space club in the university, to have represented the whole country, in leading activities, events. In all these things, I look back and I say, I'm really grateful today because what I have seen from my relationship with people in the recent past is that people want to make a lot of progress, but they are not grateful for what they have. There's a whole lot of energy that comes from being grateful. And in this precious video, I'm just all gonna be sharing one, two things about what I'm grateful for. And it's the season of Christmas where you appreciate what you have, the people you have, by also sharing gift with them. You know, you share gifts with your loved ones, you share with gifts with your colleagues, you show message to people that you normally would not show message to. Maybe for instance, you meet people's needs, people have their wishes and you grant their wishes. It's the season of Christmas, so there's a whole lot of good things that come during the season of Christmas. And for me, I'm starting my own season of Christmas by being grateful. You know, I'm taking stock of my whole journey. I'm just being grateful. It's a bit weird. I'm sitting in front of the camera doing this, but I guess maybe this is a new beginning for a lot of great things to come. And being grateful for what you have received and what is ahead to be received. Outline what I'm grateful for. I'm grateful for a good family. You know, having a sweet father, blessed memory is gone now to cancer, but having a sweet father who was there to contribute is part of the things I'm grateful for. Having a loving mother is part of the things I'm grateful for. Having, you know, a respectful, a committed brother, having sisters that they do everything possible to make sure we stay together as family. These are things that we are grateful for. I am grateful for that because I know there's a whole lot of people that would have loved to have families to just help them in their journey of life, which they've not been able to experience. Some by choice, some out of their control. Some people never had that chance, never had that privilege to even have a family. Which in ripple effects affected their journey of life, and affected their decisions and affected their career, affected the path they chose. So I'm grateful for my family, the family I have been given, the family I have chosen along the way, the family that has brought me in, along my journey of life, the family that has helped, the family that didn't help. I'm grateful for all of them because when we take stock about how our journey has been, it's all these things that come together to be part of who we are today. You know, I'm starting a whole lot of series of experiencing a new me, and in this whole series, I'm appreciating my family. Starting from there, because I believe a lot of things can be traced back to the family you are, the decisions you make even at your early days, the the steps you take, the education you have, the quality of education you have, the the environment you keep. I know some parents are so strict on their children that they make sure they have a very good environment. Some on the other side don't have the best of environment, maybe by chance, by circumstance, even by choice. But I'm grateful for the ones I had because I had the opportunity to be in a good environment, to be educated, and to also educate myself, to meet good people who train me as teachers, and to train myself in the process too, to be challenged by colleagues, colleagues who wanted to be better, to do better, and in return also challenging you to be better, to do better. And sometimes it's vice versa. You also doing something that they want to get to do better. So they see you doing something good. So it's a very, how do you call it? A positive, challenging growth environment, which is maybe something majority of us lack, depending on where you're watching me from, the environment where you are watching me, and what you're exposed to. Because I know it's more like the quality of education is getting more and more depleted by the day, by months, by the years. You have records of people 10, 20, 30 years ago saying the way they were educated was so different, and talking about us today, our level of education, how depleted it is, how you're not getting the best of quality from the education you're receiving right now. So for those that are in the past, you got to really appreciate the education you've had. And for me, maybe I'm not too old, I'm not too young too, but I know I've experienced some of this quality education, I would say, the environment, the quality environment of reading, studying, taking notes, writing. Some of us were properly trained, maybe with some disciplinary measures, which are not in school anymore, because people now think they can do anything they want to do. But some of those things were part of the training process to groom, to prune, which I'm a product of. You know, how I remember some of the things we used to say in class. I can still say some of them. Our chemistry teacher comes in and we all rise up and we give all this code, all trials and 95 salt and soluble in water, all chloride salt and soluble in water. We say all those lines before we even greet the teacher. Those are really nice days. You do your integral calculus, you do your differential calculus, all those beautiful things. Challenge your brain. You finish the whole textbook from front to back of new mathematics book set. These days, you don't even see students having their own book sets, their own textbooks. Some students don't even know the textbook they have been taught from. It's that bad. So when you talk about education, which is the bedrock of progress, which is the bedrock of success, which is the bedrock of everything I'm going to be talking about eventually moving forward. When you talk about building the black race, building the future of space, building space application, building, the results we get in the space sector, and even in every other sector, finance and every other thing that has to do with that, tech, A lot relies on the level of education, and education is not just limited to the four walls of a classroom, so to speak. So we all know that. I'm not just talking about the four walls of class, but the quality of education that we receive is not just enough anymore, even in the schools. People now, if you're going to do something, the few that are doing things are really having to train themselves by themselves, which is not supposed to be the best. I believe, the promises of the policymakers have to be more like, let's reform the structure of education. Let's reform the structure of the way the children are being taught, even the adults are taught. I mean, the people that are going to deliver are going to have to deliver knowing what they are trying to deliver and being able to explain what they are trying to deliver and having the passion to deliver what is supposed to be delivered. When people are trying to deliver something without passion, without proper knowledge, you pass out the wrong information, then the receiver of the information in return also operates on the wrong information, which eventually leads to a wrong result along the way. I commend those that are doing a great work out there teaching, which is really still one of the things that I'm grateful for, because that is part of what I'm grateful for today. I'm grateful for my family. I'm grateful for being able to be placed in an environment of education where I'm able to learn, where I have people that have passion for what they want to teach. And we were trained to be able to receive those information and also use those information for good things. So that is part of the things I'm grateful for. Really, I was talking about the power of education for our next level of operation, our next level of success. We've never been faced with more challenge than we are faced with challenges today. And we've never been exposed to more opportunities than we have it today. I mean, education can spring off a lot of businesses all around the world, especially even in Africa, where I am from, and even in more developed countries in Europe and Asia, and even in the US and Canada, education can be better. A larger percentage of people, which I don't have the statistics right now, are not as educated as you would think. People might dress well, but until they open their mouth, that's when you see like, wow, this person doesn't know nothing. So education is so vital to our progress. It's so vital to the delivery that we have. And I'm grateful for those that are doing something about it right now, for what you have done, for what you are still doing, and for those that are receiving anything from education, good results, good progress. I really appreciate what you're doing. For as many out there that are also, working on how to make it better, I'm grateful for that. This video is all about gratitude. No matter what I say, it's all about gratitude. That's why I'm making this video. It's all about gratitude. I'm starting from there, finding a very good position for me to start from, to be grateful for something. I'm being grateful for that. I attended a private primary school, a private secondary school, a public university, which is still the greatest university all over Africa, Bafemi Awolowo University. It wasn't just about the four walls of the classroom. It was more about what you learn along the process to become a better person. You know, what you learn along the process, how you're groomed, how you're reformed, how you're able to be a better person, to get results, to use every circumstance, every situation to get results. You know, So those are part of the things I was able to learn. I'm grateful for that, for all the lecturers, for all the administrative staff and non-administrative staffs, all of them. I'm grateful for all the work they've done. But we cannot rely on our horses because it's getting worse. It's not getting better than it used to be. So we are not supposed to have a better yesterday. We're supposed to have a better tomorrow. So in my own spirit of gratitude, also imploring for things to be better, for us to collectively look at how we can be better. I guess I'm going to make another video on the things to do to be better, but today is just being grateful. You know, it's just being grateful. So I'm grateful for my family. Like I said, I'm grateful for the family that I have right now. You know, my beautiful wife and everything God has blessed me with. I'm grateful for that. I'm grateful for everyone around me that you know, spiritual and moral and everything that helps to make things tick and make things work, even in terms of work and so many other things like that. I'm grateful for that. I'm grateful for that. And in my journey of life, I'm gonna pick my second part, which I'm grateful for good friends. You know, friends that have been there in the days when things were not going well, friends that are there when things are going well, friends that celebrate with you, and friends that, you know, hold you up when you're going down. Everybody in life should have a good friend. And like the Bible says, there's always a friend that is closer to you than a brother. You know, sticks closer than a brother. Majority of our youth these days, you know, the experience of friendship is so, there's a whole lot of confusion in the experience of friendship today, because you have friends that they are not really after your progress. You have friends that their thought process it's so opposite to positivity. Some friends bring more negativity than they bring positivity. We've seen people committing suicide. We've seen people, you know, going into depression and all those things like that, which is still very much there till today. I mean, it's not a matter that needs to be kept under wraps, but you know, having a good friend in your corner really helps a lot in your journey of life. No matter what you're going through, you know, no matter how sweet or how good, how sad or how bad it is, having a good friend in your corner is so good. So I would encourage as many people out there that, you know, whatever you're doing, if you feel within yourself that the friend you have is doing you more harm than good, I think you should make adjustments. There are some people you need to work out on. You know, there are some people you need to say bye bye to. If it's not if it's not if it's not for the best, you know, if it's bringing you harm, if it's abusive, there are friendships that are abusive. You know, of equal sex or opposite sex. There are friendships that are abusive. There are friendships that are toxic. You know, so these are some very important things to take into consideration. Your friendship. You know, so I'm grateful for my friends. I'm grateful for all of my friends out there. You know, for colleagues that have been so good, that have supported even when things looked like it was not going to work out. School, work, travel, all those things. I'm grateful for the friends. And something we have to note also is that some you have close friends, you have blessed friends, you have friends that are not really close, so to speak, but they are respected friends. They might be older than you, they might be, you know, at higher ranks. You need all those type of friendship. because there are some people that, okay, abuse. Some might be mentors, but they might be friends too. Position in life, which might be a particular in your you refer people that maybe you're too close. The level of communication is maybe deep, but you don't tell each other all your secrets. There are people like that. There are people you tell a lot of secrets to. There are people they don't even have to talk too much with you. They understand. You know, there are people that they are not there every day, but they are there to help you every time you need them. You know, those are people you need to check what is in your corner. You know, because everybody needs different kind of friendship at every point in time. There are times you need friends to pat your back. There are times you need friends to tell you the truth right on the spot, whether you like it or not, just to get you hope. There are friends that needs to, maybe some days you're slacking, they need to put you in check. Okay, man, you know, don't just sit around. Let's move on. There are friends like that. There are friends you need to console you when you're down. And there are friends that they just need to help when you need help. And there are friends you also have to help. It's not all about giving. It's not all about receiving. Maybe, there are friends you have to give to help, to make life continue in this beautiful cycle. So in the spirit of being grateful, because that's the whole conversation of me sitting in front of the camera today, is reflecting, maybe not with specifics, but being grateful for what I have, what I've received. You know, that's a good point to start from. Uh, being grateful, being grateful. There's a whole new ball game to being grateful. There's a whole new ball game to being grateful. And there's a whole new ball game to being grateful. Definitely, definitely. Sometimes it's good to reflect. It's good to reflect. We cannot all live a life of you know take 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 take. It's good to give back, and it's good to be grateful for what you have received and to give back more. Sometimes by giving back is also appreciating what you receive, because if you continue to take, one day you're going to explode. So you need to refresh and give back and let it continue. Let the cycle continue. So that others can also benefit from what you have, and then we can continue to make progress. Like I said, I'm privileged to be in a space sector, having information about space policy, satellite application, things like that. When we look at it, no matter how much more you want to talk about rockets, you want to talk about satellites, and how much gap, big gap, is between developed countries in terms of countries like the United States, like China, like Japan with JAXA, like the European Space Agency. There's a big gap between those countries that have taken years and years and years into research and into research investments, compared to the African space system, where the research is coming up, activities are just beginning to start, new influx of youths getting engaged in space activity. There's a big gap. But in those big gaps, there's a huge chunk of gratitude that needs to go into what has been done so far. Because that's the way I see it. I just look at it in that light. You know, Elon Musk has spent a lot of money, NASA has spent a lot of money, a lot of countries have spent a lot of money into perfecting research, perfecting, you know, products, projects, and things like that. Rocket launches, satellite, you know, one qubit, one CubeSat, one nanosat, satellites launched into Leo, Meo, Geo, and things like that. There have been years and years of research and financial resources put into those things. So we have to be grateful for all those things that have been done. Because for us to truly launch the African space sector, so to speak, into being fully operational in the space and taking full advantage of the resources that are available for us, I feel like there's a need for us to be grateful for what has been done. Because it's sometimes when we are grateful, when we appreciate the work that has been done, that you can really get the best from what has been done. I hope I'm passing across something here. You know, as much as policies being put into place by the African Union, the African Space Agency, and a lot of individual countries in Africa try and catch up, we must appreciate the gap that is between us and a lot of the developed countries, be grateful for what has been done, for us to be able to implement, for us to be able to take advantage of some of those things that are already been done that we don't have to do, you know, and for us to kind of gain advanced knowledge. And that is going back to part of the things I said earlier about looking into what type of education to be received, how you receive education, and what you do with what you know. I believe strongly that in a couple of months and years, we're gonna be seeing a lot of space startups, more and more and more and more and more within the African space countries. We're gonna see, a lot more satellite companies, um, possibly we are having rocket companies and a lot of downstream applications towards satellite use. Hopefully, we can see more of that. But I'm sure we are going to be seeing that because we are having more and more youths now being engaged in space activities, in space projects, and things that are relating within that sector. So I appreciate that, and I'm grateful for what has been done because a lot of what has been done is what is we can lean on to, we can hope to achieve. So in that light, I'm grateful for that. And also, I've been grateful for my family. I've been grateful for my education. I've been grateful for friends, and I'm also gonna highlight the fact that ah, some professionals have also helped in the past. One thing I appreciate about the space sector is this: as much as it's a beautiful sector, and also I'm gonna highlight the fact that it is open for everybody. It doesn't matter what you know, what you did in terms of your career. This is a whole industry that everybody is welcome. Whether you did mathematics, whether you did physics, whether you did English or language, whatever it is, Spanish, Arabic, whatever language you did, whether you did art or demography or sociology or you are in the medical field, everybody is welcome. Everybody. Yes, space is not just for scientists and engineers. It's not just for that. There's a finance. Without investment, there's nothing in space. Without the people putting application, people don't get the full gist of space. So it doesn't matter about, oh, I just did language. Space is for you. Space is for everybody. So this community of space is so good in the sense that this is not just like energy, where everybody is so boring and everybody's frowning. There are very good professionals within this sector who are always willing to help, who are always willing to contribute, who are always willing to assist. So I'm grateful for all the professionals out there, who are doing one thing or the other to help increase collaboration within the space sector, um, to help increase partnership and create events and create conversations, awareness, write reports, and all those things to bring life into the space sector to help another person that is just a whole lot of things like that. People providing education kits, providing project kits to other countries and other people from another you know part of the world. We appreciate everything you're doing. I'm grateful to God for that. I'm grateful for all you've done. So I'm gonna wrap up with this and just say, if you watch this video and you find something you're grateful for, you can definitely share it with me. Like there might be a comment section somewhere where you can share what you're grateful for, where you can share with us and share with me. I'll endeavor to read about them. And maybe we can have one or two conversations about what you're grateful for. You know, um, I'm willing to have anybody come up and have a conversation about what you're grateful for if you want to. This is just probably a beginning of a lot of series. I've not been in front of a camera speaking like this, so maybe for a long time. So this is going to be the beginning of a new series, a new life, a new journey, and I look forward to sharing it with as many people as possible, and building something great, for the next generation of people that are coming behind us, and for even our own generation to be able to have more impact within our own closed space, our region, our global community, and even beyond Earth, to have impacts. It's about to be a very exciting journey we're about to embark on. So definitely. And this spirit of Christmas, whether you're watching this during Christmas or you're watching this after Christmas, I would love for you to find something you are grateful for and take action on reaching out to whatever it is you're grateful for and acknowledge what you're grateful for. For once, just acknowledge what you're grateful for. You never, like this is an adage or a saying that you don't know what you have until you lose it. So be grateful for something. Find something to be grateful for. Um, you know, if it's a friend that you've taken for granted for so long, I would like you to call your friend and let them know that you are grateful for them being part of your life. If it's your professor that has done something really nice for you a couple of months and years back, you know, put out a call and talk to them that you're grateful they were part of your life. If it was your director, maybe he was harshing you, but eventually you figured out what he was trying to pass across to you was for your own benefit. Maybe put a call across or send a gift. It's that season. We should be grateful for something. Be grateful for your life, even if it's as simple as that. Or be grateful for the fact that we have a lot of satellites in space. Now you can watch me online. You can use the internet anytime, anywhere you want to use it. Be grateful for some of the research that have gone into these things. That's it. Something everybody should be grateful for. Something for everybody to be grateful for. And until my next video, which will be coming across to you anytime soon, please stay grateful. I look forward to talking to you again soon. Bye, everyone.